Hi people, hope you are doing great. This is Shankar and you are watching Food and Food Only. Identified by a shepherd in Arabia and 2.25 billion cups per day, coffee has become an obsession, and coffee is the fuel which energizes this entire world. The caffeine obsession in me has driven me towards exploring and identifying the best coffee places within and outside India. The same coffee craze has led me to create some videos related to coffee. First in this series would be a coffee tasting video where we will focus on the international coffee chains. Joining me in this video would be a self-proclaimed, a self-made coffee taster, a little coffee taster I would say, who is Sahana Shankar.
Hi guys, I'm Sahana. So I first tasted coffee when I was around 6 and my father introduced it to me. But my obsession for coffee grew during COVID when I started drinking 2 coffees a day.
In this coffee tasting series, we will visit 5 of the international coffee chains in Bangalore, and then at the end of this video, we will share our favorite picks. Stay till the end. This is going to be an exciting video. In this international coffee chain series, our first coffee shop is Costa. I love Costa coffee. They are in India, I think from 2012. For the last 11-12 years, I am in love with Costa coffee. Main specialty at Costa coffee is they give everything in a porcelain cup. In this series, we will taste both an espresso shot and also a cappuccino in all of these coffee places and tell you how each one of them is. I will taste a single shot of espresso and tell you how it is. So in this coffee, I am getting some acidic taste. It is acidic. I would say it is bittersweet, but it is acidic. I am not getting any sweet tone. I was expecting some sweetness that's part of this Arabica, but it's not sweet. However, it's a rich coffee. If you love an acidic, strong coffee, this espresso shot at Costa would be the one. Let's move on to Sahana and ask how her ice flat mocha is.
I usually prefer iced coffee over hot coffee, which is why I bought the iced flat mocha. So basically it's like an iced coffee but with like a bit of chocolate in it. So let me taste it. It tastes good, but the coffee's taste is not that strong. It's more chocolatey. So I expected more of a strong coffee taste in it, but it's still good nonetheless. Yeah, it's nice.
Let me start with this cappuccino. This cappuccino is mild and with that cocoa powder drizzled on top, or they have made an art with the cocoa powder on the top. It's tasting good, but it's on the milder side. I think the single shot espresso, though it is there, but I don't get a strong coffee flavor in this cappuccino. Nevertheless, the milk is rich and they have also added the cream on top of it, and it's a decent cappuccino. Now what I'll do is I'll add some espresso to this. Now I'm getting the extra strongness or the dense coffee flavor I would expect in a cappuccino. It's good. Coffee is one thing, but the experience you get here is fantastic. Right from the porcelain cup and also the ambience and also the service, everything is out of the world. The next coffee shop it's not a coffee shop, it's a burger shop. It's none other than McDonald's. The coffee at McDonald's is too good. Along with the regular coffee shops, I wanted to try the coffee at McDonald's also. Now I'm starting with this espresso, and here at McDonald's, on top of the espresso, a single shot of espresso, they have added some foam milk also. So that looks somewhat good. This shot is slightly acidic and it's on the brighter side, but it has a punch. The aftertaste of this coffee is also, it's lingering on our palate. Overall, it's a nice single shot of espresso. Liking it. Especially the foam milk on top of this espresso makes it even more attractive.
I got an iced coffee from McDonald's. So this is what I usually drink at home every day. So I'm excited to see what it's like, if it's similar to the one I make at home. It's good, but it's very sweet. Like, it tastes a bit like there's condensed milk in it, and I usually prefer coffee with like no sweetness in it, but it's still nice and you can still taste the coffee. One more thing is that there's like a lot of ice in this, and there's more than I usually put at home, so it's very refreshing and nice.
Now this cappuccino, the milk art, or the art they have done with this chocolate powder, with this M logo on top of it, it looks quite interesting. The coffee is filled to the brim. The same single shot espresso which we had earlier, it's added with milk and foam milk, and it's tasting good. The coffee at McDonald's is always a bit strong compared to the other places where you have cappuccino. Here, I don't know whether the coffee itself is very strong or the milk they add, it's somewhat light, so it highlights the strongness of the coffee, but the cappuccino here, it's very strong and very refreshing. I love the coffee at McDonald's. Never it disappoints. When it comes to the ambience, now they have renovated it. The seating is also changed and it looks quite roomy and airy. So in terms of coffee shop experience, this has gone a level up. In our international coffee chains in Bangalore series, our next spot is the renowned Starbucks. Starbucks, it was opened I think 10 years ago in 2013. Let me taste the coffee here and share how it is. As per our tradition, we'll start with this espresso shot. One thing to note here at Starbucks is they don't have espresso on their menu. So I have asked for it separately and they have given a single shot of this espresso. It's vibrant. The aftertaste is somewhat quick and somewhat bitter. I think this coffee is Robusta and Arabica, mix of Robusta and Arabica. It's bright and quick. The mouthfeel you get with this coffee is light. When you look at the sweet tone of this coffee, it doesn't have that sweetness in it. The aroma is somewhat strong and it's a deep coffee, deep and dense I would say. It's tasting good.
Here in Starbucks, I got a mocha frappuccino, Actually, I was very confused when I was looking at the menu because I wasn't sure exactly what to order, and like I wasn't sure which one of them were iced coffee and which were just like hot coffee. But I ended up getting this. So this has like lots of whipped cream on top of it, which is not something I usually buy, but I'm gonna try it over here. It's actually better than I expected. You can taste the coffee as well as the chocolate, and it's like not as sweet as I thought it would be, so it's good.
Coming to cappuccino, this is the smallest option they have, which is called Pico. And they didn't try hard to make any coffee art, and it's just the foam on top. But I don't see any fancy coffee art made on this cup of coffee. But they ask you whether you want a porcelain cup or a paper cup. But I asked for a porcelain cup. Though this is also a single shot, it tastes very light compared to the other cappuccinos we have. This one is the lightest cappuccino, I would say. Now what I will do is I will add this shot, espresso shot, to this to make it strong. That will give you the extra kick you would look for in a cappuccino. Normally some people prefer a light cappuccino, but I prefer a stronger version of cappuccino. So with this extra shot, we'll see how it is. Now after adding that one more single shot, technically now we have 2 shots of coffee in it. It's tasting good and gives the kick you would look for in this cappuccino.
So one thing about Starbucks is that they have very unique and different drinks, and also like with each season they introduce new drinks, and also it's very like the environment, it's like a proper coffee shop environment, so it's a nice place if you want to enjoy an ambient evening.
I'm coming to TIm Hortons Bangalore for the second time, this time for this coffee tasting episode. Last time the crowd was less, but it's a Sunday today and the queue is serpentine. Around 20 people were waiting ahead of me, and after that I have placed my order and now I got the coffee. So that tells how good the coffee at TIm Hortons is. Now I have got espresso single shot. I'll start with the aroma. The aroma is somewhat fruity. Again, the flavor is also somewhat fruity. Coming to the body, it is smooth, and Arabica is known for the smoothness, and the same smoothness I am seeing in this espresso at TIm Hortons. The aftertaste or the finish is very pleasant. So I love this coffee. I thought it's a single shot, but they have given double shot. It's doppio.
So here at TIm Hortons, I got the iced latte. So let me see how it tastes. This is my favorite coffee so far. All the other coffees that we had were very sweet, but in this you can taste the natural taste of the coffee, and it's bitter, so I like it a lot. This is my second time here in TIm Hortons, and both the times it has been very crowded and it has been so hard to find a seat. But I think the coffee is worth the wait.
Next up is cappuccino at TIm Hortons. Unlike other places where I had to add 1 shot of espresso to the cappuccino, here at TIm Hortons, it is completely strong. It's a dark roast version of cappuccino. So they have a medium roast and dark roast. I prefer the dark roast. That's why the coffee cappuccino by itself is strong. You don't have to add 1 more shot of espresso to it. Coming to coffee, Tim Hortons is standing out. If you are looking for a coffee shop experience, here it is somewhat cluttered and crowded. And this is the only one outlet here in Bangalore. That's why there is more crowd. In future, if they open more outlets, I think the crowd will come down and you will get a real coffee shop experience. Otherwise, if you come just for a coffee, a perfect coffee, this is the place. Our last and final coffee place in this episode is Krispy Kreme. Though Krispy Kreme is known for its donuts, their coffee is also very good. So I thought of wrapping this up with the coffee at Krispy Kreme. The other reason why we chose Krispy Kreme is it's an international chain. So among all the international coffee chains in Bangalore, this is one of the places. Technically, though it is not a coffee chain, but the coffee here is good. Let's see how the coffee is at Krispy Kreme. The aroma of this single shot espresso is somewhat woody, so I'm getting a woody flavor or woody aroma. The body is crisp and bright. They said it's also Arabica, so I'm getting more of acidity in the coffee, but it's lovely. It's quite refreshing and it will keep you awake till midnight. That kind of coffee is that.
So here in Krispy Kreme, I got a cappuccino over ice. They give it in this glass bottle and it looks very nice, so I'm excited to taste it. I think this is the closest to like what I usually drink at home. It tastes exactly like what I drink every morning, so I really like that. The coffee taste is strong and it tastes good, and it doesn't have any sweet aftertaste, so I'm really enjoying it.
Next up is cappuccino. So this one is very, very mild and light compared to the other four places. The cappuccino at Krispy Kreme is very light. I think in addition to the single shot we already have in this cappuccino, I'm adding the extra single shot of espresso to make it stronger. With that additional shot, you are getting the required strong coffee flavor you would expect in this cappuccino. The coffee shop ambience is not that great here. However, since it's a donut shop, you cannot expect that coffee shop ambience. But nevertheless, I cannot complain. Hope you enjoyed all the footages of different coffee places that we have visited. We have come to the end, and also it's time to pick our favorite coffee places. We will pick our favorite spots under three categories. The first category would be the best coffee shop. The second category would be the best coffee, and the third category would be the affordable coffee place. When I say affordable, nothing comes cheap when it comes to international coffee chain, but even then, among all these coffee shops, which one is affordable? That's the criteria we would use to come up with our favorite pick. Again, this is our personal picks and it's not based on any survey or research. So you can also comment which one is your favorite. Coming to the best coffee shop experience place, my choice would be Starbucks. At Starbucks you get a porcelain cup and also a very nice quiet ambience, and also it is very spacious and airy. I would pick Starbucks as the place which gives you the best coffee shop experience. How about you, Sahana?
For me also, I think Starbucks has the best coffee shop experience. It's very ambient and I can picture myself going there to study or work on something because of the quiet environment.
The next category would be the best coffee place. Though there is a little contest between Tim Hortons and Costa Coffee, I would pick Tim Hortons as the best coffee place.
My choice is Krispy Kreme because it's the most similar to my taste in coffee and what I usually drink at home. So that's why I'm picking Krispy Kreme. And even though they don't have a huge variety in Krispy Kreme, the coffee that they do have there is good for me.
Okay, now we need to pick one among these two between Tim Hortons and Krispy Kreme. Considering the overall experience and also Krispy Kreme, it's not a pure coffee place. So it's a donut place where you get coffee also. So a bit of coffee shop experience is missing there. It's not only that, when I tested the cappuccino and the espresso shot, it was not on par with Tim Hortons. So among these two, can we say Tim Hortons is the best one?
For sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have come to the final category, which is the affordable coffee place. So for me, the affordable coffee place is Krispy Kreme. You get the cappuccino somewhere around 150 to 175. The same with the espresso shot, which comes at the same rate, around 150. How about you?
For me, I think McDonald's is very affordable. Even the coffee is cheap and you also get cheap snacks to go along with it. So I think it's McDonald's. So between McDonald's and Krispy Kreme, I think McDonald's is the more affordable option because it's cheaper, the prices are cheaper compared to Krispy Kreme, and you also have a wider variety there, and it's more accessible throughout India, whereas Krispy Kreme, there's still only a few stores around India.
And also you can have burgers and French fries at McDonald's. So I concur with her. So the best affordable coffee place is McDonald's. We will do one more series on the specialty coffee places in India. We'll meet you in that video. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe. Do subscribe. Bye.
Bye.